Hello, everyone. I am Queen Lily, and today we will be discussing the election, VP Kamala Harris, Donald Trump. We will even discuss DeSantis in Florida. Yes, him, that I don't care too much for. We will discuss him as well. We're going to talk about the hurricane, how DeSantis is trying to mess it up for VP Kamala Harris, stating that she's just trying to help Florida because it's election time. No, she's doing her job as the VP of the United States. That's what she's doing. But DeSantis doesn't like that. He feels that she needs to stay in her place. He stated that he has spoken to President Joe Biden and she needs to just sit down. I don't look at it that way. I look at it that VP Kamala Harris is doing her job. That's what she's doing, her job. So DeSantis needs to get over himself. We're going to talk about VP Kamala Harris, her 60 Minutes interview. Hey, Terry, how you doing? Good to see you, Terry. Hi. She did a 60 Minutes interview and Donald Trump backed out of it. But he thought it would benefit him being that he backed out of the 60 Minutes interview. So he went and did an interview with Fox, you know, his channel that he think loves him so much. But when he did an interview with Fox, Laura fact checked him. And you know, Donald Trump and JD Vance do not like to be fact checked, but Laura fact checked Donald Trump. We're going to discuss that too. You get to see what she said and how he reacted. And we're going to talk about the Supreme Court rejects Trump. You know, Trump feels he has a Supreme Court in his pocket, you know, because he picked those people to be in the Supreme Court. The majority of the people that's in the Supreme Court, Donnie Boy picked those people, but they show him may not be so much loyalty for you, Donnie Boy. You don't have us in your pocket all the way. So that's what's going on today. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, Terry, Donald Trump lies. He does. So, and Donald Trump is a traitor. We're going to even talk about Putin and Donald Trump because Trump was giving Putin our personal information, our secrets and codes, therefore, and thereon. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, and we still haven't gotten over January 6th because we're never going to get over it because Donald Trump, he will have his hearing for him to be sentenced for the January 6th insurrection, the part he played in, which he created the whole thing. And Pence was not down with his BS. He wanted Mike Pence to lie for him, and he refused to do it. So on January 6th, Donald Trump is citing an attack on our nation's democracy because he didn't want the outcome of the election to come out that President Joe Biden won. He wanted Mike Pence to say that he won. People were armed with weapons, animated by Trump's lies. Insurrectionists invaded the United States Capitol in an attempt to overturn a lawful election. So Donald Trump has plans this election to do the same thing, but in a different way. So what he's doing now, this far, is he trying to mess up with FEMA for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. So he has, you know, set it up where all the states that he has connection with that are Republicans to not work with VP Kamala Harris. That's part of her job as the VP of the United States. So he's trying to stop her, but he feels if he stop her, that it makes her look bad and that we, the people, will blame her for everything that is going on with the hurricane. But it's not going to work in his favor because his people are waking up. The Republicans that got good, they have a good brain, that can think for themselves, they're waking up. So they're not falling for Donald Trump's banana tailpipe. They no longer want to smell that pissy depends. So that's where we are, you guys. Excuse me, my lipstick is running for some reason. It's supposed to be where it can't move. But it want to move anyway. It's moving like Donald Trump's toupee on his head. So we're going to get started. I'm going to take a sip of water. Again, I am Queen Lily, and those are our topics for today. Hey, Queen Vera, how you doing? Hey, beautiful kings and queens in my chat. My voice is somewhat still gone because I had to do all that reading for the indictment that Jack Smith released on Donald Trump. So my voice is still a little gone, but we're going to make this work. I'm going to make it happen. Yes, yes. So it's October the 8th, Tuesday. Um, what do y'all have for lunch today? What I had for lunch, I went to this restaurant here in Atlanta and I got some whitey fish, and I haven't had whitey fish in a long time. They mainly sell like oxtails, turkey legs, and all that kind of stuff, the typical soul food. But I don't eat all of that, so I just got some whitey fish and it was really good. Oh my God. When I tell you they know how to season their food, so good. So we're gonna get started because we're gonna talk about the polls. Kamala's 60-minute interview. Donald Trump backed out the 60-minute interview. Oh, he got chicken real fast. That big old fat chicken got chicken real fast. He backed out of the 60 Minutes interview, and he got interviewed by his people at Fox, Laura over on Fox News, and she embarrassed him because she fact checked him. And he don't like to be fact checked. He don't like that. VP Kamala Harris and DeSantis, and the list goes on and on. And we'll head up out of here with a funny video from Blackfoot Official. I actually have a couple videos of him to show you today because he's informative, but he's funny. I love Blackfoot Official. So we're gonna get started, okay? Thank you for coming to my live. Thank each and every last one of you beautiful kings and queens. Hey, Ruben, where have you been? So you started the show. I think I'm subscribed to you. If not, I'm going to subscribe to you today. And I also left you a message on my community wall so you can get your digital magazine. And Vera, go to my community wall because if you want a digital magazine, I put on there how you can get it. And you just choose which one you want. You want me on the cover or you want VP Kamala Harris on the cover, the digital print, because the print, I don't give out free prints, but I will give y'all a free digital copy. So who all we have in here? We got Ruben Garcelle's show. Yes, yes, yes. We got Vera. We got Terry Roberts. We got Roscoe. We got Trumpers or traitors. We got the list goes on and on. I'm not gonna read out everybody, but I'm gonna get started, you all. So like I said, today is October the 8th, Tuesday, and this video is about it's the polls for the swing states. And I believe that Queen Kamala Harris will get those swing states. So I'm going to play you this video and it gives you a little idea how the swing states are on Team Kamala Harris. So we're going to get started. Hold on, I got to give it a moment to come up. Whew, it's a little warm today. Y'all, whenever somebody call, I have my thing set on do not disturb, but some reason they keep wanting to call while I'm live. When I tell everybody, do not call me while I'm live. Do anybody ever do y'all like that? Y'all tell people don't call? Yes, definitely prayers for Florida. DeSantis is trying to make it hard for VP Kamala Harris. She's trying to do her job as being the VP. He's trying to stop that because that's what the VP does. She's doing her job. He's trying to stop her from doing her job. I'm sick of them right now.
So there is a brand new poll from the New York Times, a national poll, which shows Kamala a 4-point lead over Donald Trump. But here's the thing. Thanks to the founding fathers, it's not a national election. It's a collection of state elections. CNN senior data reporter Harry Etten is with us this morning. That's why these swing states are so important, not the national polling. What is the latest on where the swing states stand?
Yeah, I don't really give a hoot about the national polling. It can tell us about trends, but not much more. Look, these are the battleground states, right? These are the 7 we've been looking at. We got 4 weeks to go until the election. Look, the Great Lake battleground states, as close as they've been. Harris by a point in Pennsylvania, 2 in Michigan, 2 in Wisconsin. Way too close to call. You come over to the green, then blue. We do see Harris up by a point in Nevada. Again, way too close to call. Trump by a point in North Carolina, Georgia, 2 in Arizona. This has been the consistent story since Kamala Harris got into the race, right? That is that she has done better in those Great Lake battleground states. She has closed the gap in the Sun Belt battleground states, but still friendlier terrain for Trump than those Great Lake battleground states.
How confident should anyone on earth feel that these numbers would actually stick?
Okay, so I consistently say this race is too close to call. So I decided to go back through history, okay? And this to me says everything. How much do the state poll averages miss by, all right? The average error since 1972 In the close races, in those battleground states we've been looking at, 3.4 points. 3.4 points. Every single 3.4 points. What's the chance for an even larger error? You know, we talk about the margin of error, right? So what is that 95% confidence interval? What is that true margin of error? 5% of errors in state polling averages are off by more than 9.4 points. These battleground states are well within that. I want you to remember this number, because the bottom line is this race is going to be too close to call almost certainly all the way to election day. It's definitely going to be within this interval, and it's most likely going to be within this interval. So the bottom line is the state polling averages tell us, what it tells us is it's just a race that is too close. Maybe one candidate has a slight advantage over the other one, but the bottom line is it is way too close to call, and it will remain so.
Superimpose all of this really important information that you just gave us on the electoral map.
Yeah, okay. So let's say the polls are exactly right. If the polls are exactly right, Kamala Harris gets 276 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 262 because she carries those Great Lake battleground states despite losing North Carolina, Georgia, and Arizona. What happens then? Well, then Donald Trump wins the election in a blowout with 312 electoral votes because he carries all these Great Lake battleground states, plus Nevada, plus the other states he was leading in, Arizona, North Carolina, and Georgia. But 2020 is just one election. What happens if we have a polling miss like 2022? Well, in that particular case, now the winner has flipped again. And Kamala Harris wins in a blowout with 319 electoral votes because she retakes those Great Lake battleground states, carries North Carolina, Georgia, and Arizona. So the bottom line here is, yes, we have those state polling averages, but the real thing they tell us is that this race is too close to call. We're probably not going to know who's going to win for another month and perhaps another month and change.
It's the Full Employment Act for senior data reporters.
You know what? I will take it. Any employment is good employment, my friend.
Thank you very much. Kate?
All right, joining us right now is the senior spokesperson for Kamala Harris campaign, Ian Sams. Ian, thank you so much. Let's leave it as this race is still too close to call from what we just heard from my colleagues. I want to talk to you about some of the issues and some of the questions and answers that the new interviews that she's doing. In the 60 Minutes interview, the vice president was asked about Ukraine. I'll play this for you.
1 moment.
Would you support the effort to expand NATO to include Ukraine?
Those are all issues that we will deal with if and when it arrives at that point. Right now, we are supporting Ukraine's ability to defend itself against Russia's unprovoked aggression.
She did not answer the question about Ukraine's NATO membership. Does the vice president support Ukraine's push to join NATO eventually?
Well, look, Kate, and thanks for having me this morning. I think that what the vice president was saying last night is true, which is right now, in this very moment, the most important thing that the United States and the international community can be doing is supporting Ukraine against this invasion from Putin and his war of aggression that has been doing that all around Ukraine. CNN just this morning has new reporting on Bob Woodward's book that is coming out that reveals that President Trump, since he left office as a private citizen, has, according to Trump's own aides, had at least 7 one-on-one calls with Vladimir Putin. I don't know what those are about. I don't know if the Trump campaign or President Trump have explained what those are about, but what the vice president said last night rings even truer. Donald Trump's plan with Ukraine and Russia would be for Ukraine to surrender and to let Vladimir Putin take territory that he is trying to steal. That is
they
dangerous.
Very clearly have a different position on Russia. There's no question about that. But the former Secretary General of NATO has even said,
I'm going to tap in a little bit with what he just said about Donald Trump. He continues to communicate with Putin. Putin is not the American ally. Putin is our enemy. So if he gets back in the Oval Office, he's still going to be communicating with our enemy. That's not right. And he gave information to our enemy. Putin is not the Americans' friend. He's not. So I'm gonna go back to my notes and I'm gonna show y'all something else, okay? This is Black Boot Official, his opinion on Donald Trump and Putin. It is not a good look for Donald Trump to be communicating with Putin. Putin don't care about us Americans. He wants Donald Trump in there because he knows Donald Trump is not a bright candidate. Donald Trump wants his attention. All you gotta do is tell Donald Trump, "Oh, you look nice today. Oh, you lost weight today. Oh, your hair look amazing." And he's gonna give you everything you need because he like to be buttered up. He don't like the truth, and that's not a good thing to have in somebody that's supposed to be your president.
Freedom to tell your
It's not a good look.
With a
Hey, patriots, fellow Trump supporters. Hey, how long are we going to continue to embarrass ourselves defending Donald Trump and all the stuff he constantly gets caught doing, y'all? This is getting ridiculous, don't you think? I mean, at some point, we're going to have to pull the plug on that man. We're going to have to jump off the Trump train. Otherwise, we're going to be labeled as traitors to the United States of America forever. Look, I think I know why he didn't show up for that television interview last night like he was supposed to. Well, it wasn't just because he was being chicken, because they was going to fact check him live, and he can't stop himself from lying constantly. No, that wasn't just the only reason. I wonder if it's because he got wind that there was about to be a story break out of the New York Times and the Washington Post that man has been on the phone with Vladimir Putin at least 7 times since he left the White House. Donald Trump has classified secrets in his brain. And he's been on the phone to Daddy Flatty 7 times since he left the White House. And ain't no telling what he's told him, y'all. Ain't no telling what he's told him. I think he should be forced to tell the American people about those conversations before he's elected as president again, don't you? Shouldn't he have to divulge that information about what they talked about? I mean, he should have to do it under oath, really, if you ask me. And another thing, come to find out, too, back in 2019, he was sending Daddy Vladdy COVID tests at a time where we couldn't even hardly get access to them ourselves. And both of them knew it was wrong because Daddy Vladdy told him, "Hey, you better not get caught sending these to me because it ain't going to look good for you if you do." So, yeah, he's been on the phone with Vladimir Putin at least 7 times since he left the White House. That's a bit concerning right there, y'all. I think we might ought to get off the Trump train because he's exactly what Democrats said he was, and he is Vladimir Putin's puppet. That's exactly what it is. Hey, we don't have to re-elect him, y'all. We can walk away from that man. We don't have to put him back in the White House, all right? He ain't done nothing but lie to us, sow division in this country, and try to destroy our democracy while we label ourselves as patriots. And everything we do is the opposite of patriotism. Support the man who's trying to make himself a dictator with the help of Vladimir Putin. That's what this has been the entire time. Democrats have been absolutely right about it. This is absolute factual information. The man's been on the phone with Vladimir Putin. When's enough's enough? When is enough enough? When is enough enough? Is he that important to us? For what? For God's sake. It's disgusting. Inmate Trump, 2024.
Black Boot Official said what he said. He said what he said.
home, it's like Carmelo leaves.
Y'all heard him. When is enough enough? Y'all not going to be satisfied until you actually under dictatorship. Do y'all not know how Putin treats his people in Russia? You want that for your country? I do not want that for the United States of America. I do not want to be told what to do. I know to abide by the laws, but I don't need somebody telling me how to live my life every day, punishing me for nonsense, punishing his political opponents because they beat him. Donald Trump says if he's back in the Oval Office, he is going to punish Joe Biden, VP Kamala Harris, the Obamas, and the list goes on and on and on. Donald Trump is a sheep. He is a charlatan. He is the enemy to the United States of America. So right now, we're going to watch the interview from 60 Minutes with VP Kamala Harris. We're going to watch the first 10 minutes of this video. And you're also going to see a video in Donald Trump. He also dodged the 60 Minutes video. You know why? Because he can't compete with VP Kamala Harris. He make up lies to you all, Mega, and say, well, why she's dodging interviews. It's fact. Donald Trump dodged the 60-minute interview that VP Kamala Harris did. He doesn't know the policies to be president. The whole time he was in office, Mega was running things, not Donald Trump. He doesn't know anything about being president. All he knows to do is to take and steal from this country. That's what he knows. One day y'all gonna wake up. Just don't wake up when it's too late. I feel sorry for you. I do.
He scratches out, and I thought that waiter was looking at us kind of funny, right? We left. He picks it up.
Hold on.
And he submits it to the no.
I gotta rewind it because I've been watching this already.
And last night, CBS aired its 60 Minutes
because I was
interview
watching it
with
early. Hold
Kamala
on.
Harris. Now, the program has interviewed the candidates in every presidential election date.
One moment. Sorry about that. Just a moment.
Welcome to Sapphire Lounge by the Club. This is more than a place to hide away before you get away.
Bessemer, Alabama.
Until election.
Just a moment, you all. Thank you for coming to my lives. I am Queen Lily. Thank each and every last one of you beautiful kings and queens. You are valued. You are appreciated.
2024 Buick Envision. Buy a tuning technology until election day. And last night, CBS aired its 60 Minutes interview with Kamala Harris. Now, the program has
This week about the 2020 in a way that is very destructive for the people of North Carolina and South Carolina about hurricane relief, in a way that's getting in the way, and in a way that Republican governors are pushing back against them on. They're lying about dogs and cats being eaten in Ohio when the Republican governor there is saying that's a lie as well. The lies continue over and over again, but he doesn't go on because of the fact check. Right? Why are they scared of fact check? Because they lie all the time, and you literally can see every day them lying on the campaign trail. Then he says he doesn't go on for an apology. He wants an apology from Leslie Stahl for something that never even happened. Again, deranged, disconnected, deluded, whatever you want to call it, or maybe just scared. And then finally, he says, Kamala Harris, this is really bizarre. I can't sit down on interviews because she doesn't know the issues. Again, as Hyland always says, it's either confession or projection. Here, Donald Trump is the one who skipped the 60 Minutes interview. First time in 50 years a candidate has done that. And is the one that refused to do a debate, even on Fox News. Even on Fox News, who many hosts on that network are echoing Donald Trump's disinformation.
They can't do a real interview.
And there's actually
can't do
one of their
debate.
most popular hosts suggest that civil war is better than voting, and that they need to move past voting. And yet she's willing to debate him there, and he refuses to do it. So last night, as I was watching this, I started asking John, like, what's going on, man? Like, what? I've heard from people inside his campaign. I know you have too. Though they're very careful,
One moment, you all.
a real frustration.
Just a moment.
No matter who you are, there are times it can be tough to be yourself when you have severe asthma.
Can you believe it? Just 28 days till Election Day, and Vice President Harris sat down with an interview with CBS's 60 Minutes. It aired last night.
So Harris was questioned about the problems facing our country, including the Middle East, immigration, and the biggest issue for many voters, the economy.
So the other economists that have reviewed my plan versus my opponent and determined that my economic plan would strengthen America's economy, his would weaken it. My plan, Bill, if you don't mind, my plan is about saying that when you invest in small businesses, you invest in the middle class and you strengthen America's economy.
Well, Harris was also asked about some of her critics, what they consider to be her Achilles heel, immigration and the crisis at the southern border.
A long-standing problem. And solutions are at hand. And from day one, literally, we have been offering solutions. And the numbers today, because of what we have done, we have cut the flow of illegal immigration by half. We have cut the flow of fentanyl by half, but we need Congress to be able to act, to actually fix the problem.
Well, former President Trump was also invited to take part in the show's election special, as candidates have for the past several elections. But according to CBS, they say he denied it. 60 Minutes gave its side of the story before airing the interview with Vice President Harris.
Trump backed out. The campaign offered shifting explanations. First, it complained that we would fact-check the interview. We fact-check every story. Later, Trump said he needed an apology for his interview in 2020. Both campaigns understood this special would go ahead if either candidate backed out.
Well, the Trump campaign says that they never agreed to the interview. After the interview, former President Trump was on social media reposting a Fox News clip about the interview had with caption, quote, Kamala bombs on 60 Minutes, end quote. You know, this past weekend, former President Trump had a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. That is the site of the assassination attempt in July. Oh, he reflected on his return to the city in an exclusive interview on the Fox News channel.
The ride to the hospital from here, take us in the car.
When there was a lot of blood, and when I was down and bullets were flying over my head, I noticed tremendous amounts of blood. But I felt it's very, they talk about surreal. It wasn't surreal. I had total understanding of where I was. And the Secret Service people were very brave because I got down. I think people were shouting maybe or whatever, but I got down pretty fast. I was always impressed with that. I got down fast. If I didn't get down that fast, that would have been a second miracle.
Talking about it after the RNC, which he said would be the only time he would discuss the assassination attempt. But the former president also honored volunteer fire chief Corey Campatore, who was killed while shielding his family from the gunfire at that rally.
AngelSense is a assistive technology.
Why is it that when Donald Trump retell a story of something that happens, is never factual? Because when this so-called assassination happened, he didn't get down fast. And when he got up, he should have been trying to get up out of there. But instead, he up there pouncing his hand, fight, fight, fight. It was as if it was a fake assassination. That's what I took it as. That is my opinion about this so-called assassination for Donald Trump. I never thought it was real. And when the young man, well, he's an older man, and the thing is, they are Republicans. It will make me wonder and take it that is real if it was somebody that was not a Republican. The Pennsylvania situation was a Republican. The situation at his golf course, the guy was nowhere near Donald Trump. He was outside the fence. He was nowhere near Donald Trump. He too was what? A Republican. I would feel different about this if it was a Democrat that did it. It's your own party trying to take you up out of here, Donald Trump. And it doesn't make sense to the everyday people that's got a brain of their own. It does not make sense that somebody of your party, two different men, are trying to take you out of here. It doesn't make sense. I don't care how y'all try to force it on me. It does not make sense. And once everything happened like that, it's like it's swept under the rug. We don't hear anything else about it until now. He want to sound like a superhero. He is not a superhero. He's not. He's a charlatan. So VP Kamala Harris and DeSantis, he is trying to destroy her candidacy by trying to make her look like she's not trying to do anything to help with the hurricane. It's not true. What he's doing, rejecting her, he would not return her calls. He stated he has spoken with President Biden, and the problem is she's a woman, and DeSantis don't believe a woman deserves that position. He doesn't believe a woman should even be running for president. A lot of people feel that women can't do this, women can't do that. And then the fact that she's a black and brown person, he definitely has a problem with it. Just a moment, please. Thank you for coming to my live. I am Queen Lily. Thank each and every last one of you beautiful queens and kings for visiting me in my live today. Thank you.
I've been a registered Republican for 23 years. I was a doctor in private practice for longer. Politics.
Aliens, hey, Zeta Reticulans, Pleiadians, Sumerians, I don't know what you are, Guardians of the Galaxies, Galactic Federations, hey, even friendly Klingons, if you're out there, look, we need your help here. It is Dirtball Date 2024, okay? We are in serious trouble here on our Dirtball. Now, I've been asking y'all for a long, long time to come down here and take care of these red hat dirt people for us, y'all. And remember, I mentioned before that we're getting ready to select us a new Dirtland leader, and they're real upset about the Dirtland leader that we've chosen. Now, look, they're getting more and more extreme, okay? Look, do y'all remember when y'all showed up here about 80 years ago? Because, well, we were playing with boom booms, y'all. We made a big old boom here on our dirt ball, and then y'all showed up like, what are the hairless monkeys up to playing with matches right now? That was us, and I know we was doing bad, and y'all showed up before. But hey, remember around that time that there was this dude with a funny mustache. Now, he ran the dirt land we call Germany. Y'all remember that guy? Y'all do remember him. Now listen, we have a bunch of people just like him now over here in our dirt land, and they're wanting to run our dirt land like he ran his. And you remember how that wound up, y'all? That's what's going on. Now, I made a video about these people admitting that's what they want to do, and I put it over on my, hey, aliens, subscribe to my YT, my Tube of You, so you can see that video. And the link tree is in my bio on my TikTok page, and it's called Black Boot Official. And then subscribe over there and click the notification bell and all that stuff, so I could update you over there too, aliens. Now look, made a video talking about the people. They're openly now talking about how they want to get rid of a bunch of us, y'all, and they want to take rights and stuff away from the women's and stuff, like all our dirt women and all that. Gone. That's what they're wanting to do. So listen, aliens, come down here and take care of them and get rid of them. I don't care how you do it. All right, it don't have to be complicated. I'm sure you've got stuff up there. You can vaporize them for all we care. We don't care at this point. But see, more importantly, our weather's getting weird, aliens. It's getting real weird here, and I think, look, we broke our dirt ball, okay? We did. We broke our dirt ball, and we want to fix it, but the red hat dirt people won't let us do it. They keep wanting to burn dinosaur juice, y'all, and we don't want to burn the dinosaur juices anymore because we know that it's hurting our dirt ball, and it's making all of our oceans and stuff too warm, and it's making these really bad storms gonna make it uninhabitable here, aliens. So I'm wondering, while you're down here vaporizing the red hat dirt people, do you have technologies and stuff? Maybe you've got freeze ray weapons or something like that you can shoot into our oceans and cool our oceans down for us while you're here, and suck some of the carbon dioxide out of our atmosphere, and that would help a lot, y'all. See, because there's places in our ocean that our crabs and our lobsters and our shrimps and stuff already coming out pink, already almost cooked. If we just threw some sausage in there and some corn, maybe some potatoes, hey, we could have low country bowl straight out of our oceans, aliens. And you can come join us if you wanted to. It'd be fun. We got a lot of extra Bud Light and stuff down here because the red hat dirt people don't believe in drinking anymore because they think that makes their wiener fall off, aliens. But anyway, look, come down here and take care of these people, get rid of them, because we can't fix our dirt ball with them here because they keep wanting to burn the dinosaur juices for some dumb reason. And we've got other ways of making energy here. They don't care. Just burn the dinosaur juice. They said we still got dinosaur juice. We should burn it till it's all gone. That's what they believe in, y'all. So, listen, come down here and get these people so that we can fix our dirt ball. Help us fix our dirt ball. I mean, y'all are up there. I see you on TikToks and YouTubes and stuff all the time flying around in the sky. You never come down here and say, hey, what's up, or nothing like that. Y'all just fly around and show off your fancy spaceships and stuff. We ain't impressed with that anymore. If you just come down here and fix stuff for us, I know we broke it. We should be responsible for it. And we're trying to, but you won't come get the red hat dirt people so that we can fix it. They're the ones in our way, and they're the ones trying to take us back 300 years. We don't want to go back. We're not going back. We're not going back. We're getting us a new Dirtland leader. And that's what we're going to do. And they're going to be real mad about it because, hey, she is a darker skin complexion than they are, and they really don't like that. So things are just going to get chaotic after that, aliens. If you don't come down here, like I said, just vaporize them. You know, I mean, they won't feel a thing. It'll make our dirt ball a lot better. We can fix our dirt ball. Y'all quit having to worry about us so much. We'll be smarter next time. We don't want to play with the boom booms anymore. We want to do away with the boom booms too, y'all. So anyway, if you'll just come down here, aliens, take care of this stuff for us, and then we'll be like a course correction for us. We know what we did wrong. We've learned from our mistakes, y'all. Just come down here and help us, all right? Please. And inmate Trump 2024.
As he stated, like I said, it has to do with her being a black and brown person. And he's calling the red dirt people, they are the mega people. That's what he's talking about. That's exactly who he's talking about. Let's see. One moment, please. Okay. I'm going to play you a video because as you know, I stated earlier about the Supreme Court rejects Trump. And remember, the vast majority of Supreme Court are who people Donald Trump picks. He picked those people. So we're going to see what they're saying now because he's not getting his way. His court date for his sentencing is coming really fast, y'all. He's in trouble. Trouble.
Breakdown, Glenn, we've got some rare bad news for Donald Trump at the hands of the U.S. Supreme Court, which clearly doesn't happen often. Can you explain what just happened here?
Brian, anytime this Supreme Court refuses to do another favor for Donald Trump, it's a good day. This one is kind of a twofer because they rejected both Donald Trump's claim and Elon Musk's claim. So I think today is a good day for the American people. So here's what happened. Some time ago, Special Counsel Jack Smith got a search warrant for Donald Trump's Twitter account, presumably not only for his public posts, but for his DMs, his private messages as well. And so Twitter was required by that search warrant issued by a federal judge to give all that stuff over to Jack Smith as part of his criminal investigation of Donald Trump's alleged election subversion crimes. So when prosecutors get this kind of information from whether it's social media platforms or cell phone providers or any kind of electronic communications, emails that are being stored by third parties, two things happen. One, if the judge issues the search warrant, the prosecutors get the information. And two, we request that the court order a non-disclosure agreement. So in this case, Elon Musk and X were told, you may not disclose the fact that the prosecutors have subpoenaed and obtained Donald Trump's Twitter information or X information for 6 months. It is a 6-month non-disclosure agreement. Why is that important, Brian? Because when you subpoena this kind of information or you get a search warrant for this kind of information, it's part of an ongoing investigation. And the last thing prosecutors and FBI agents, investigators want is for Elon Musk to run to Donald Trump and say, hey, they just took all of your Twitter stuff and your DMs. You might want to get on top of that. And what might somebody do if they were alerted? They might go out and start tampering with the witnesses, the people with whom they were communicating by direct message. That's why we have a 6-month non-disclosure
order from the court. So Elon Musk didn't like it, not one bit. What did he do? He brought a suit. And he said, get this, Brian, it interferes with my First Amendment free speech rights to just talk about the fact that the federal prosecutors got a search warrant for this information for Donald Trump's Twitter account. That is a very weak argument, but that's the argument he made. It was one of the legal arguments, and the lower courts rejected it. Well, what did Elon Musk try to do? Try to run up to the Supreme Court because, the Supreme Court is forever looking out for Donald Trump's best interest. And today, Brian, on the first day of the new Supreme Court session, the Supreme Court...
Hold on, you guys, a commercial. Because what they're about to say is so surprising. Because Donald Trump feels like, I paid for y'all. Do as I say.
Elon, we are not taking this case for review. So part of this, not to get too technical with the nature of this litigation, part of this was forward-looking. Elon Musk wanted the Supreme Court to say, you know what? Anytime prosecutors come for the information that I have about the people using Twitter, we don't ever want them to order non-disclosure. We want to be able to talk about it right away. Because in this case, Jack Smith already had the information about Donald Trump's Twitter or X account, and Elon Musk wanted to put a stop to that kind of a practice moving forward, and the Supreme Court said, no, Elon, we're not doing that.
Glenn, I know it's moot because Jack Smith already has what he needs from Donald Trump, but by virtue of Elon bringing this lawsuit forward, doesn't he basically do the thing that the NDA precludes him from doing anyway? Like, just by virtue of bringing this lawsuit, doesn't it alert Donald Trump to the fact that Jack Smith was looking for his DMs, and so that would enable him to start deleting them anyway?
Brian, that's a great point, and it sounds like a really good law school exam question, but let's puzzle through it. First of all, I don't know the precise date on which Elon Musk filed this suit, but I have a feeling it might have been after the 6 months had expired, so he wasn't actually revealing anything that the court ordered him not to reveal. But here's the thing. Let's assume he wanted to run to the court within weeks of getting that 6-month non-disclosure order. Here is what he and his lawyers should have done, and I suspect would have done. They would have sought to file it under seal, so they could begin litigating it in court, but the court would order it sealed so it wouldn't be disclosed publicly. I don't think Elon Musk would want to run afoul of a court order by just kind of using this lawsuit to avoid complying with the non-disclosure order. So that is how I suspect it played out.
And so now, what kind of a precedent does this establish for folks like Elon Musk, for example, who basically want to offer safe harbor to people to interfere with the results of the election and to use that platform to basically spread disinformation for the express purpose of helping Donald Trump politically, knowing full well now that the Supreme Court isn't going to be there to rescue Donald Trump just by virtue of them all being Republicans?
So, Brian, basically, this keeps the law in the status quo because prosecutors have always been allowed to apply for search warrants to judges, and this is all about the Fourth Amendment. Happens to be my favorite of the amendments in the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments to the Constitution, and the sort of opening clause of the Fourth Amendment says the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. That's why when prosecutors or law enforcement agents want to get our stuff, they have to go to a judge, they have to present enough evidence to make out probable cause, and the judge has to authorize the seizure of our stuff. So the law basically remains in effect the way it always has, and importantly, the non-disclosure agreement requirement remains valid, and notwithstanding Elon Musk's attempt to have the Supreme Court knock it down so Musk can, run and announce to the world what prosecutors have just done regarding seizing somebody's Twitter information, he can no longer do that lawfully if there's a court order in place. So basically, status quo has been preserved.
Glenn, I recognize that thousands of cases want to get appealed up to the U.S. Supreme Court. I don't know how many they take, and I don't know how many they even give the time of day to deny. But doesn't the fact that Elon Musk just wanted to basically hop over to the U.S. Supreme Court for something that was perfectly well-established law, that there was no opposing precedents in different appeals courts, he just basically sought to go right to the Supreme Court because it's something that dealt with Donald Trump? Isn't even the fact that they would come out and respond to this claim evidence that they are still bending over backwards to give undue attention to Donald Trump? Like, why should Elon have even been able to leapfrog up to the Supreme Court and get a response when there's so many more pressing issues facing the American people, other than just, Donald Trump and his ability to have every single move get the thumbs up or the thumbs down from the highest court in the land?
Well, Brian, if there's
one moment, a commercial.
Say goodbye to thin hair and say hello to thick, luscious hair with Mary Roots. Grow your hair with a
Just a moment.
If there's any consolation, any good news, the Supreme Court didn't comment, didn't accept the case, didn't write about it. They basically just said, the way they say with respect to thousands of petitions for review each year, we're not touching it.
Okay.
So they really didn't give it any oxygen. Now, it's not a surprise that Elon Musk would try to bubble this up and try to, get the Supreme Court to grab hold of it, given the politicized nature of the Supreme Court these days. But, here's something that I hope our viewers will keep in mind as we head toward the November election, because there is a lot of anxiety out there about, one, will Donald Trump lose? Will Kamala Harris win? I believe the numbers are looking good for the Harris-Walz campaign. But two, even if Kamala Harris wins, will the Supreme Court intervene to try to find a way to nefariously hand the presidency to Donald Trump, even if he loses? I hope all our viewers will remember that in 2020, Donald Trump's dirty lawyers, most of whom are now his criminally charged co-conspirators or unindicted co-conspirators in multiple cases, both federal and state, they filed more than 60 bogus lawsuits, hoping that the Supreme Court would take one or more of them and throw Donald Trump an election that he lost. And the Supreme Court would not take a single case for review. They didn't enter the fray, and they didn't try to corruptly throw the election to Donald Trump. I'm not saying the Supreme Court is in the same place with respect to its thinking about the presidency or a possible second Donald Trump term today as they were in 2020. But let's take some comfort, some consolation in the fact that the last time the Supreme Court in 2020 had an opportunity to throw the election to Donald Trump, they absolutely refused to do it. So today, it's a good sign that they refused to take a case that perhaps could have inured to the benefit of Donald Trump. Let's hope that they remain loyal to the law and the Constitution when Donald Trump's new batch of dirty lawyers, assuming these new lawyers are willing to go the way of Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell and John Eastman and Kenneth Chesebro and the others, when, they are thinking about interfering in the election's results, filing bogus lawsuits. Let's hope the Supreme Court again refuses to enter the fray and try to throw the election to Donald Trump.
Well, that's a good point, and we will take the silver linings where we can get them, especially as it relates to the U.S. Supreme Court. For those watching right now, if you want to follow along with that is the best way to support our work. I'm Brian Tyler Cohen.
And I'm Glenn Kirshner.
You're watching The Legal Breakdown.
Please subscribe to Legal Breakdown. I watch their channel often. It's very informative. So that's why I like to show y'all their videos. I'm not showing you something just to show you. I'm showing you because it's very informative, it's educational, and it's fair use. So we're going to go to our next thing, okay? Let me drink a little bit of water. A little bit more water. As the guy mentioned, Mayor Giuliani, his daughter is endorsing VP Kamala Harris. Ain't that something? He's Donald Trump. He was Donald Trump's attorney. He was the mayor of New York before. So he's a politician as well. He was. But, you know, he has so many criminal charges because he was trying to help Donald Trump steal the election in 2020, you know, the January 6th situation in 2021. And I like that the Supreme Court is not allowing Donald Trump to put pressure on them because he picked them. I guarantee you, Donald Trump felt that, okay, I put you in this position in the Supreme Court. I now own you. Well, they let him know you don't own us. We are not going to allow you to not turn over your information that's has to do with X, Elon Musk. And as you all saw, Elon Musk was at Donald Trump's rally. Oh my God, that man looked a fool. Did y'all not see Elon Musk jumping around like a maniac at Donald Trump's rally? It was as if Donald Trump was embarrassed himself. It was so embarrassing. I could not believe Elon Musk would act this way out in public. He doesn't carry himself as a businessman. Although I'm not a fan of Donald Trump, he does dress as a businessman. He somewhat carry himself as a businessman, not the best businessman, because a good businessman would not have 6 bankruptcies. That's not a good businessman. And he ran on his first time running for president. He ran on that he's a great businessman. But the whole time, MAGA, apparently y'all did not know that Donald Trump had 6 bankruptcies. Are you kidding me? And they talked about when he had to show The Apprentice, Donald Trump didn't know anything. The whole time they filmed, they was pretending that he knew things. And that is so sad. Even some of the contestants on there on the show was like, he didn't know how to do anything. Only thing he was good at saying, you're fired. Well, 2020, 81 million Americans told Donald Trump, you're fired. We kicked him out of the Oval Office, but he whimpering and crying like a 2-year-old having a temper tantrum. Having a temper tantrum. He didn't want to leave the White House. He felt like it is his. He wasn't going to leave. I'm going to take this election. He had them to make fake electoral ballots because he had already been told by Mike Pence, as I read to you all from the indictment documents, he had already been told by his VP, Mike Pence, that he lost. He would not accept that he lost. That is a malignant narcissist. Look it up. He lost the election and he made up lies. What he do? He project. He lost. So he gonna say President Biden lost. That's what he said. But he was the one that lost. And he convinced his MAGA people that he won and they were stealing the election from him when that was far from the truth. The truth was Joe Biden won. But he can't handle the truth. Donnie Boy can't handle the truth. Let's see what else I have for y'all, okay? Just a moment. Thank you for coming on my live. I am Queen Lily. You are welcome. You are valued.
I'm about to show you a very real and very scary video clip. Please share this with as many people as you can because everybody needs to see exactly what the right wing has in store for this country if they can get back in power again. And Trump supporters, usually I just make fun of you because you're an endless supply of content. But you, of all people, really need to watch this video. See, because while you're out there pointing fingers at Democrats and calling them socialist, communist, Marxist, fascist, and every other thing you can think of, you're not paying attention to what's creeping up behind you. You're being played and you're being manipulated by Donald Trump and by Christian nationalists. That's who's doing it. Christian nationalists don't have the votes by themselves to get power. They're using you. They're fear-mongering you, scaring you, making you feel like you got to vote for Donald Trump. Donald Trump's using you because he needs power. He needs back in the White House so he can pardon himself from all the crime that he did. But you need to watch this video to the end right here because these people are telling the truth exactly what they intend for the United States of America. And when you're done, please, by all means, drop a comment in my comments there. Let me know what you think about this. Is this what you want for America?
And we are the Christian Taliban. And we will not stop until The Handmaid's Tale is a reality. And even worse than that, brutal dictator Trump. I seriously, and there's no argument against it. Oh, the Constitution says this. It's like the Constitution is invalid.
Donald Trump carries the prophetic seal of the calling of God. If you are anointed by Yahweh for a specific plan and purpose, you are a Messiah.
Men make stronger leaders. Men are just better. Men are awesome. I am a firm believer in the patriarchy. I'm a misogynist. You could definitely claim that. You could say I'm a sexist. Absolutely.
It's not enough to be against blue-haired feminism. You got to be against women getting educated. Okay? Or else, what are we really trying to achieve here? 1999? We want to go back to the Middle Ages.
See the whole everything going on with Roe, for example, right now, all the left, becoming completely uncoordinated, losing their minds. They're saying they're coming after your gay marriage next. They're coming after your birth control after that and everything else. Well, you know what? Yeah. Absolutely.
There was this article from The Atlantic where it's like, well, Alito is on a mission to roll back the past 100 years of rights that were given to women. Yes, that is what we're doing. And it's only going to get worse for you.
They care so much about everybody voting in democracy. And it's like, if you went back to the founding, and the founding fathers would have said something to the effect of like, yeah, women and probably feminine men shouldn't be allowed to vote because then their chaotic nature would manifest throughout society.
That's right.
I think our government should be run 100% by Christians. No Hindus allowed. No Muslims allowed. Just let the women learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach nor to usurp authority over the man. So how is it that Christian women should be voting? America is a white and Christian nation, and this should not be controversial.
Joe Biden's a disgrace to this country.
He's a disgrace, and so are all the left and the rhinos, the globalists.
They Gilmo. Gilmo.
I agree with you on that.
America was built by and for the white Christian people of this nation.
The Bible says, obey them that have the rule over you. So women, to make your husband's job easier, just obey what he says. When he tells you to do something, just do it. Are dumber than men. Women should be subservient to men. Women have no place in male activities. Women have no place in partaking in the workforce. Women have no place in partaking in politics. Women have no place outside of the home. The home is a virtuous place for women. Women should be happy when they are in the home. Women should be grateful when a man puts a roof over her head. If you're a man and your wife has pants, roll them away. I don't want her to be ever publicly seen being in public wearing pants.
My goal is to break American democracy.
Here would be my solution. Elect a dictator, suspend the laws, dismiss the legislature, and the dictator uses the money to raise an army that is personally loyal to him.
The greatest example of love is to kill those traitors so others learn never to do it. We need to hold people for treason, start having some public hearings, and start executing people who are found guilty for their treasonous acts against the Constitution of the United States of America, just like they did back in 1776.
If for any reason the President of the United States feels that it's not getting done the way it should, and decides to put out the tweet that says, my fellow Americans, it's time to take up arms against these, you are all in under an hour. Today, we're going rhino hunting. Join the MAGA crew. Get a rhino hunting permit. There's no bagging limit, no tagging limit, and it doesn't expire until we save our country.
We need to start to roll things back in order to begin to restore order. And yes, that might look like rolling back the rights of women over the past 100 years. That's probably going to look exactly like that, but that is what is needed to be done.
We need to be the party of nationalism, and I'm a Christian, and I say it proudly. We should be Christian nationalists.
We need to go back to burning women alive more. We stopped doing that, and then everything went out of control.
There's something next on the horizon, because gay marriage is going to be going away. Contraceptives are going to be going away, and many other things are going to be going away, because there is a true rise of Christian nationalism in this country.
We will then collect the power needed
to silence, destroy, and imprison our political opposition. So this country is so gay. I hate this country. I hate this country. I hate this country.
So is this what you want for America, Trump supporters? Because this is what you're going to get if you get Donald Trump back in the White House. This is exactly what these people have been after all along. That's Christian nationalism. That's the American Taliban, and they're saying it out loud. Is that what you want for this country? Because that's what we're going to get. Now, if you ain't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please give me a subscribe and click the notification bell. I upload every single day here, as well as TikTok, and I'm trying to move my platform over here because there ain't going to be a TikTok in the future. So please give me a subscribe over here and share this video with as many people as you can, because America needs to see it. All right? Inmate Trump 2024.
Y'all, why do Trump supporters hate gay people? Why do y'all hate gay people? I want to know. Can you please explain it to me? What are they doing to you? Do they affect your everyday life? How? Because they said they're going to get rid of the gays. They're going to stop women from getting their education, put them in their place. And if they misbehave, unalive them, set them on fire. That is a sick way of thinking. And anybody thinks that way. That is not Christian-like. It is not of God. There's no way possible y'all can honestly think that's of God. Some of them say they want to get rid of the Constitution. Some say we need to abide by the Constitution. They are traitors of the Constitution. They're not even on one accord, because each of them are saying things that are different. It just doesn't make sense. I'm going to play you another video. Please, please, please subscribe to Black Boot Official. I love that guy. He's amazing. He makes it humorous, but he tells a story. He gets the point across. He nails it every time. So we're going to listen to another one of his videos. It's very informative, educational, fair use. Yes, God. Please, I'm telling you, please subscribe to him. You would not regret it, okay? Let me see what video this is. Just a moment.
The best part about Russell Stover sugar
One moment, you all.
candies. No sugar, great taste, guaranteed.
Thank you, Terry. Thank all of you beautiful kings and queens in my chat. Thank you so much.
The best part about Russell Stover sugar-free candies.
Thank you, thank
no
you,
sugar,
thank you.
Great taste,
This
guaranteed.
commercial, I'm waiting to go off. For it to go off.
I took two things that I love. Dancing.
They just keep playing more and more commercials, but there's more money for him. So let them play the commercial so he can make that money.
I'm the owner of Kitato, and I teach people all over the world how to dance.
I've got good news and I've got bad news, Patriots and Trump supporters. Which one do y'all want to hear first? Of course, bad news. I know we only like bad news, all right? Yes, I know if we don't have bad news that we're supposed to make some up. I know, I've got the MAGA code of conduct too, all right? But anyway, look, if you want the bad news, I'll give it to you. But look, I'm still giving you the good news, all right? So stick around for that, because this could be life-altering for us, y'all. You need to hear this. Now, look, here's the bad news. We've been such disgusting, dishonest people, y'all, spreading misinformation about these hurricanes and stuff, that FEMA's had to set up a website specially dedicated to dispelling misinformation that we put out there, because we've confused people in need right now. There's people out there that need FEMA assistance that ain't going after it, ain't trying to apply for it, because we've done confused them to the point that they don't think exist. So FEMA's had to build a web page explaining to people, yeah, you can get assistance from FEMA. That's what we're here for. That this initial $750 that we gave people, that's just to help you out for the beginning. That's the initial money that comes in, so that you can get basic supplies and stuff like that. They had to set up a website explaining that to people, because of us, y'all, because of how disgusting we are, y'all. Anyways, that's part of the bad news, all right?
Hit the like button. Thank you. Please hit the like button. Help my channel grow. Thank you all.
Be even more disgusting and go along with what they're doing. Like that Ron DeSantis fella down in Florida. He won't even take the phone calls from Joe Biden and Kamala Harris that are offering federal assistance for this hurricane.
Kayla Swan.
Florida, y'all. He won't even take their calls because he's wanting
Thank
to
you,
deny
Terry.
federal assistance so that he can say that the government's not offering federal assistance, so that he can blame Democrats and stuff, y'all. So he's going to try to make Floridians suffer needlessly so that he can blame Democrats. That's what he's going to do. That's the same thing that Speaker of the House of Gilead, Mike Johnson's doing there. Whenever he won't come back and hold a vote, Joe Biden's wanting to come back and increase funding for FEMA for the Small Business Association to offer money up for these small businesses that have been affected by this hurricane to keep them alive during all this. And Mike Johnson said he ain't doing it until after the election because he wants to be able to campaign that the Democrats ain't doing nothing to help small businesses and stuff like that. When in fact it's him that ain't doing it, y'all. And he knows that we'll help spread his lie because we're dishonest, disgusting, horrible people, y'all. So that's more of the bad news. Now, more bad news is that we're still out there spreading conspiracy theories on this stuff, y'all. There are people out there saying that there's something mighty suspicious about these hurricanes that are coming from Mexico up into the United States, y'all. People saying there's something up with that. And you know what? I agree with that. There is something up with that. You know what I think it is? Climate change. That's what I think it is. That's what it is climate change. It's the same thing they've been warning us about for about 20 or 30 years, that the hurricanes and stuff like that are going to get more powerful, bigger, more frequent, and start doing weirder and weirder things. And that's what we're experiencing right now. So look, I think what we should do is accept the fact that climate change is real simply because of the fact that we're living through it right now. That's called accepting reality. Living in reality. That's what we should do right now. All right. So anyway, that's the bad news. Is that we're deplorable people. We keep going along with evil ideas with these politicians out there. We could stop that. Now here's the good news, which could help us stop this. Really good news. We can get out, y'all. We can get out. There's a website now called leavingmaga.org, y'all. That is our way out. It is a website of people that have left, and they have testimonials, y'all. It's a support system for us, y'all. We can leave and have a support system. Go to leavingmaga.org and we can get out of this cult together, y'all. Leavingmaga.org, y'all. It's very important that you do that. All right. Leavingmaga.org. Inmate Trump of 2024.
All right, he said what he said. He left the information so y'all can get out of the mega cult. But I don't think you're ever going to lead a mega cult. You like being low vibrational. You like to be low vibrational people. Y'all love drama. That's why you like Trump, because he brings the drama. He's a drama queen. That's why him and DeSantis make a good team. One moment, please.
Hey, patriots, fellow Trump supporters. Hey, how long are we going to continue to embarrass ourselves defending Donald Trump and all the stuff he constantly gets caught doing, y'all? This is getting ridiculous, don't you think? I mean, at some point, we've got to pull the plug on that man. We're going to have to jump off the Trump train. Otherwise, we're going to be labeled as traitors to the United States of America forever. Look, I think I know why he didn't show up for that television interview last night like he was supposed to. Well, it wasn't just because he was being chicken, because they was going to fact check him live and he can't stop himself from lying constantly. No, that wasn't just the only reason. I wonder if it's because he got wind that there was about to be a story break out of the New York Times and the Washington Post that man has been on the phone with Vladimir Putin at least 7 times since he left the White House. Donald Trump has classified secrets in his brain. And he's been on the phone to Daddy Flatty 7 times since he left the White House. There ain't no telling what he's told him, y'all. There ain't no telling what he's told him. I think he should be forced to tell the American people about those conversations before he's elected as president again, don't you? Shouldn't he have to divulge that information about what they talked about? I mean, he should have to do it under oath, really, if you ask me. And another thing, come to find out too, back in 2019, he was sending Daddy Vladdy COVID tests at a time where we couldn't even hardly get access to them ourselves. And both of them knew it was wrong because Daddy Vladdy told him, hey, you better not get caught sending these to me because it ain't going to look good for you.
So, MAGA, you're telling me that you're going to continue supporting a man that's given up our secret codes to Russia, to Vladimir Putin? That's not good. It's not good at all. Putin doesn't mean America any good. And VP Kamala Harris and Joe Biden had to go get our hostages. And Donald Trump tried to interfere with that too. Anything that's going to help President Joe Biden and VP Kamala Harris, Donald Trump would try his best to destroy it because he'd look at it and make his chance to become president again greater. He would do anything to try to win. He doesn't care if he hurt this country. And when he's hurting this country, MAGA, he's hurting you. But you are addicted to abuse and pain. It's in your DNA to want to be beat up every day by your leader. That's why you're okay with if you get a dictator for your president. You like it. It feels good to you. Just a moment, you all. Thank you for coming to my live. I am Queen Lily. You are valued and you are welcome. Thank you. I gotta wait till the video open up. One moment. Just a moment.
We're coming up on a major fundraising deadline, and there aren't many more between now and the election. So I am asking you to pitch in right now to help us meet our goal. There is too much at stake, so let's not fall short on our resources. We are working hard to reach voters across the country, but I need you on board to
Isn't
help
she
us
beautiful?
win in November. And I'm counting on you to rush a donation. Even $5 will go a very long way. So thank you, and please take care.
Donald Trump's open border policy strategy is starting to rub off on Speaker of the House of Gilead, Commander Mike Johnson, Patriots. Yeah, he's got an open border policy. That's old news, y'all. That's been well established. Where you been? You remember the Democrats was trying to shut down the southern border, passing that border legislation. Remember that, right? And then Donald Trump stepped in and said, hey, don't pass that legislation because I need that to be able to run my political campaign off of. I remember that. I need to be able to scare my constituents about immigrants. And then that Sean Hannity fellow called up politicians and said, I'll ruin your political careers if you vote yes on that legislation. Because, hey, y'all, our Republican politicians are so weak that they let themselves be run by a radio shock jockey. That's embarrassing. But see, but Donald Trump knows that we're scared to death of some immigrants because we're damaged, y'all. There's something wrong with us. Hey, did y'all suffer childhood trauma? Hey, did your mommies and daddies drag you into a building full of dozens and dozens of people and then some creepy dude simulated drowning you in a very large bathtub? And then you was forced to believe stories about a 600-year-old man that rounded up 16 million animals and stuck them all on a boat. That boat would have to be the size of a continent. And then you were told that if you weren't bathed in the blood of little brown hippie baby Jesus, that you'd burn in a lake of fire for eternity. That right there could cause some brain damage, y'all. That could be what's wrong with us and make it gullible. That's probably why we believe everything we're told, except the truth. But anyway, that strategy, what I'm talking about. We don't like us some immigrants, and Donald Trump knows that, and so he tries to scare us. Even though J.D. Vance is married to one, she's a brown one. Donald Trump's married to one, she's a white one, y'all. Oh, did you know this? There's nudie pics of that woman all over the interwebs, y'all. You can see all of her bits and bobs. Anyway, it's just a fun fact. But anyway, that Speaker of the House of Gilead, Commander Mike Johnson, he's using the same strategy, denying help to the American people as a political strategy. That Joe Biden, he's out there saying, hey, we need more money for these hurricane victims, specifically for small businesses that are affected by the hurricane to keep them afloat during these troubling times. Speaker of the House of Gilead, Commander Mike Johnson,
sweet and sour.
And said, no, I'm not
Hour, thank you.
The election. We'll talk about it after the election.
Thank you, Queen.
Because he needs that to be able to run Republican political campaigns off of heading up to this election, because they don't have anything to run off of, because they don't do anything to help the American people, y'all. They don't have anything to offer us except scaring us about immigrants and stuff like that. That's all they got. So, and they're already doing that. So now they need something else. So what they're going to do is blame Democrats for the suffering of hurricane victims, is what they're doing. Now, because they think we're dumb enough to believe that. Either that, or they know that we're just evil enough to go along with their diabolical plan. I think it's both. So anyway, that's what they're doing. Speaker of the House of Gilead, Commander Mike Johnson, is using hurricane victims literally to run Republican campaigns off of. So whenever you go to the ballot box in November and vote, let's all remember that Republicans don't care about us. In fact, they'll use tragedy in order to stay in power. Let's remember that when we vote, and let's all vote blue. Inmate Trump 2024.
He said what he said, inmate Trump 2024. He is definitely going to be an inmate because November 26th, he has his sentencing for his crimes that have to do with January 6, 2021, because he tried to steal what? The 2020 election for President Joe Biden. He won, President Joe Biden. I was so happy that day. Yes. So you all, we cover Kamala Harris, Black Boot Official. Please subscribe to his channel. He is an amazing guy. He's gonna take us out of here in a moment. But you got to see what the polls are right now. For our girl VP Kamala Harris to win, she will have to win the swing states, and I believe that she will. It has already been predicted that she will win this election, and I honestly believe that she will win. Why? Because she has the credentials. She's right now our VP. She does work like she is the president. Donald Trump has been president before because he won in 2016, but he was not doing the work. Who was running the office, the Oval Office? The Republicans, the MAGA maggots, was running the office while Donald Trump was busy eating Burger King and McDonald's, just getting fatter and fatter. And lately, I think they got him wearing a girdle. What do you call it, Bob? What them things they wear? Waist trainer. I think Donald Trump is running around here wearing a waist trainer over his pissy pants. So we covered the polls. We talked a little about Ron DeSantis, the senator in Florida, how he's working against VP Kamala Harris. The Republicans are doing whatever they have to do to make her look bad, but it's not working because I keep up with a lot that's going on in Florida, and they're not buying the and drinking that Kool-Aid. They're not falling for the banana tailpipe in Florida. A lot of people that was once Republican, they are now voting Democrat for VP Kamala Harris. That is what is happening in today's news. So we're gonna let Blackfoot Official take us up out of here. I enjoy this young man. Please subscribe to Black Boot Official. You would not regret it. If you want me to, I'm going to read some of y'all comments and we'll watch his video to take us up out of here. Hey, howdy. Waist trainer wouldn't work for him. It's just a girdle. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Sweet and Sour Hour said, hey, 69 viewers fun. Thank you all for watching. Have faith. As a Florida resident, I assure you that there are many more Trump supporters than Kamala. I haven't met one Kamala supporter, but they exist. Sorry to inform you. They do it. They definitely exist. How about that? They exist. Okay. Terry Roberts said, Queen Lily, see ya. Adios, amigos. Alan Knight said, we love our Governor DeSantis. That's fair. That's your governor, but I do not care for him. Karen says, Trump 2024. That's your candidate. You have every right to celebrate him in my chat. Anthony Cross says, what's the matter? Truth hurts. I don't know if you're talking to me, because the truth is VP Kamala Harris is a lot more better leader than Donald Trump. She has her credentials. She has a doctorate. Donald Trump, just somebody that was raised with a lot of money because his daddy left him money that he just squandered away. Howdy said, F. DeSantis, I feel the same way. Hey, Howdy, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anthony Cross says, tell us what Kamala has done in the last 4 years. If you go watch some of my other lives, you will learn the things that she has done. I gave y'all her full background, and in her full background before she became VP, even in the Senate, she was already doing things that was presidential. So go watch my other lives. God bless you. Fiddlers Green figures you'd be. Oh, okay. I'm not going there with you because I will break you down and hurt your feelings, and then you have to go hide in Donald Trump's pissy pants, and you will give him head while doing it. UL says that the CHIP Act, multiple factors coming back to the United States more than the jobs lost from the pandemic gained back. Yes, Donald Trump, he had messed the industrial industry up for his manufacturing vehicles, and President Biden and VP Kamala Harris brought back that. And one of the places that they did it and it came back is Springfield, Ohio. They brought in the Haitians, gave them citizenship, and they are working at the manufacturers right now. So stop hating on the Haitians. They work hard. They're intelligent people. Hoop Troop 750 for Hawaii fire survivors, for Helen survivors is crazy. You need to take that up with your governor. And FEMA, that's what they just given an event. So if you need to buy food or put gas in your car, but you're gonna get more than that. You have to apply for the grants. That's just how it go. If you want to go to school to get that good old education, if you didn't get scholarships, you got to apply for the grants. All they got to do is go to FEMA. FEMA is gonna help. Stop putting out misinformation. MJ Robs, Biden Harris had tanked the economy. Let me tell you something. That's misinformation, because when Obama handed over the economy to Donald Trump, it made Donald Trump look good because it was an excellent economy that Obama handed over to him. So he rolled off of that economy for a couple years. Then the pandemic hit. He knew about it for everybody else. He just let the economy sink. So when he handed over the economy to President Biden and VP Kamala Harris, it was a stinky, sinking ship. They are rebuilding this country. So put facts out there. The government, the Hoop Troop said the government literally said FEMA has no money. Holy, that's not true. That government that said that more than likely is a Republican maggot. How about that? So I'm gonna take y'all up out of here with Black Boot Official. I love this guy. He's amazing. He delivers his information with humor, and that's what we need. We don't need to be like Mega, just miserable people. Have you ever watched the rallies when they had Donald Trump rallies? They like this. Miserable people. That's what they are. They're all miserable with rotten teeth and all. Black Boot Official. Here we go. I love this guy. Y'all gotta subscribe to him. Please do. Support him. Hit that like button. It's 81 in here, and 81 need to be hitting that like button. I'm gonna let the commercial go off, then we'll start with his video, okay? Subscribe to Black Boot Official. BLACKBOOT Official.
Aliens, Zeta Reticulans, Pleiadians, Sumerians. I don't know what you are, Guardians of the Galaxies, Galactic Federations. Hey, even friendly Klingons, if you're out there. Look, we need your help here. It is Dirtball Date 2024, okay? We are in serious trouble here on our Dirtball. Now, I've been asking y'all for a long, long time to come down here and take care of these red hat dirt people for us, y'all. And remember, I mentioned before that we're getting ready to select us a new Dirtland leader, and they're real upset about the Dirtland leader that we've chosen. Now, look, they're getting more and more extreme, okay? Look, do y'all remember when y'all showed up here about 80 years ago? Because, well, we were playing with boom booms, y'all, and we made a big old boom here on our dirt ball, and then y'all showed up like, what are the hairless monkeys up to playing with matches right now? That was us, and I know we was doing bad, and y'all showed up before. But hey, remember around that time, that there was this dude with a funny mustache. Now, he ran the dirt land we call Germany. Y'all remember that guy? Y'all do remember him. Now, listen, we have a bunch of people just like him now over here in our dirt land. And they're wanting to run our dirt land like he ran his. And you remember how that wound up, y'all. That's what's going on. Now, I made a video about these people admitting that's what they want to do. And I put it over on my, hey, aliens, subscribe to my YT, my Tube of You, so you can see that video. And the link tree is in my bio on my TikTok page. And it's called Black Boot Official, and then subscribe over there and click the notification bell and all that stuff so I can update you over there too, aliens. Now look, I made a video talking about the people. They're openly now talking about how they want to get rid of a bunch of us, y'all, and they want to take rights and stuff away from the women's and stuff, so all of our dirt women and all that gone. That's what they're wanting to do. So listen, aliens, come down here and take care of them and get rid of them. I don't care how you do it. All right, it don't have to be complicated. I'm sure you've got stuff up there. You can vaporize them for all we care. We don't care at this point. But see, and more importantly, our weather's getting weird, aliens. It's getting real weird here, and I think, look, we broke our dirt ball. Okay, we did. We broke our dirt ball, and we want to fix it, but the red hat dirt people won't let us do it. They keep wanting to burn dinosaur juice, y'all, and we don't want to burn the dinosaur juices anymore because we know that it's hurting our dirt ball and it's making all of our oceans and stuff too warm, and it's making these really bad storms gonna make it uninhabitable here, aliens. So while I'm wondering, while you're down here vaporizing the red hat dirt people, do you have technologies and stuff? Maybe you've got freeze ray weapons or something like that you can shoot into our oceans and cool our oceans down for us while you're here, and suck some of the carbon dioxide out of our atmosphere, and that would help a lot, y'all. See, because there's places in our ocean that our crabs and our lobsters and our shrimps and stuff already coming out pink, already almost cooked. If we just threw some sausage in there and some corn, maybe some potatoes, hey, we could have low country boils straight out of our oceans, aliens. And you can come join us if you want to. It'd be fun. We got a lot of extra Bud Light and stuff down here because the red hat dirt people don't believe in drinking anymore because they think that makes their wiener fall off. But anyway, look, come down here and take care of these people. Get rid of them because we can't fix our dirt ball with them here because they keep wanting to burn the dinosaur juices for stuff.
Hit the like button, you guys. Thank you.
Ways of making energy here. They don't care. Just burn the dinosaur juice. They said we still got dinosaur juice. We should burn it till it's all gone. That's what they believe in, y'all. So, listen, come down here and get these people so that we can fix our dirt ball. Help us fix our dirt ball. I mean, y'all are up there. I see you on TikToks and YouTubes and stuff all the time flying around in the sky. You never come down here and say, hey, what's up, or nothing like that. Y'all just fly around and show off your fancy spaceships and stuff. We ain't impressed with that anymore. If you just come down here and fix stuff for us, I know we broke it. We should be responsible for it. And we're trying to, but you won't come get the red hat dirt people so that we can fix it. They're the ones in our way, and they're the ones trying to take us back 300 years. We don't want to go back. We're not going back. We're not going back. We're getting us a new dirt land leader. And that's what we're going to do. And they're going to be real mad about it because, hey,
we are not going back. Did y'all not hear what he said? That's what our girl VP Kamala Harris keep trying to tell y'all. We are not going back. And what does that mean? We're not going back to Donald Trump. We refuse to go back to who? The orange man. We are not going back. We refuse to go back. Kamala Harris for president, VP Tim Walz. That's what I'm looking forward to. I don't know what you're looking forward to, but that's what I'm looking forward to. Yes, VP Kamala Harris being our president. What a beautiful time to be alive. Yes, we have 27 days before the election, which is November the 5th. But I encourage you all to early vote. And that helps them tabulate who already voted. And it helps us kind of get an idea of who just may win instead of them just going by the polls. So early vote if you can. Always early vote. That's something I find imperative to do. Again, we have 27 days before the election, November 5th. I'm praying that it's fair on both ends. And I'm praying that Donald Trump and his mega maggots do not do another insurrection. I pray that Donald Trump does not try to steal this election as well. And as we all know, he has his hearing for his sentencing on the 26th of November. That's my birthday time. So I'm going to be celebrating that on my birthday, that he's being sentenced. What a beautiful moment to be alive in the country, in the United States of America. I am so grateful to be alive. Ha. Amen. Thank you all. Thank you. Please come back to visit my channel. Please hit that like button. I am trying to grow my channel. I have now been covering this election for now about a month and a week, and my channel has grown a lot, but it cannot grow without you all. I want to thank each and every last one of you beautiful kings and queens. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you want to support my channel, you can send a super chat or you can get a membership. There's two different levels to the membership. You have the Rubies membership and we have the Diamonds membership. So again, if you like to support my channel, you can send me a super chat. Hit that like button before you head up out of here. Give me some love and support. I come over here and I do my very best in the knowledge that God gives me. I do my research and I find things that fit the topics that I am talking about so I can bring it to you all. It's just like you're not going to make everybody happy in life, but most importantly, you make yourself happy and make God happy. So that is my goal of what I try to do. Then you all are next after God than me. So I thank each and every last one of y'all. Hey, Howdy, thank you so much. Let me know what you go by so I can represent you properly, calling you king or queen. I thank each and every last one of you all for coming to my live. God bless you. Have a beautiful evening. And I will see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.